Our next operation that we can perform in terms of animation is scaling. That of course is going to be, that can be done several different ways. Let's begin at 0 and just say after 100 frames we want this box to get smaller. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move my perspective so I can get a better look at it. And let's just say scale. We're not going to move or rotate. We're going to scale. We hit our auto key button, which makes the area red. And now we just simply go up and grab our scale tool, and at 0 it's going to start at this size. But let's say at 100 we want to make it smaller. So we scale it like this. Now remember again, looking in the top view as a review, the scale button, if you take the tool in the middle of the pivot point and you hold that, it will proportionately scale all sides. But if you want to scale it in just one direction, you have to pick the viewport that you want to do that in. Such as if I want to make this box taller, I can come down to the y-axis in my front view, grab this little handle, click and drag, and that scales it in one direction. And then again, if I wanted to maybe make it wider from the top view, I could do Y in that direction. Now what's going to happen is over a period of time, this box is going to transform into the shape that we set it at. And then we can also do that, come down to 200. And now we could also do this. We could scale this way down in the front view, but stretch it out. And that way it appears like the box is sort of melting into that box. And this can be performed with spheres as well if you want to create that sphere bouncing ball effect. Alright, so remember the key points here is to have auto key on when you make these changes, and knowing that what you have is to start off with. Now let's say for instance we want to manipulate when this starts, and right now where we've got this keyframe down here at 0, we can click and drag that keyframe up to say 60. Now when the animation rolls, nothing happens until 60, and then all of a sudden it quickly goes from 60 to 100. So by narrowing the gap of the keyframes, we speed up the animation, and we can simply adjust those keyframes by moving them around the scene. Now unlike Flash, we don't see the tween here, but we know from pulling the slider that there is a tween, that there is something going on. And again, notice that this time the scale, the keyframe is blue. So when you move, rotate, and scale, you get 3 different keyframes, allowing you to distinguish what's going on in that situation.